All right, start it off. You have anything to say? You've been gone for a while. Just get it out now.
What a warm welcome, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, you know.
Well, I feel like you already had this whole thing planned. It's like, oh, welcome back. It's been a while, you know.
Bring out the dancers.
I wanted like theme song. I thought maybe there was like, could you get a theme song on the podcast to play like,
The Nash
welcome
theme?
back or something like that, or
Just trying to get us
big party.
copyrighted
I expected something here. What is this?
I'll play Thank Me Now, the Drake song.
Okay.
You could thank me now.
Yeah.
That's a good Nash introduction. It's playing in the background right now.
Oh, it's bumping. Yeah, you
it's
hear
bumping.
that?
You hear it?
Oh,
you gotta do
that makes me.
I hope you hear it. That's your job.
Oh yeah, it feels great to be back. I'm so nervous right now
Why?
because this is like first day of school.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, when you're this good, I guess you never lose it, right?
Exactly.
There you go. Well, I'm happy to be back. I'll tell you that.
Well, how has it been the past? I've only seen you like once or twice.
Yeah. I just been doing a lot of blacking out. A lot of stupid purchases because I'm bored.
What do you do to Teddy when it's like, oh, I would have spent this money going out so I can afford it? And buy like,
Is that what Teddy's been saying?
dude, he must have spent like $400 worth of stubs on MLB.
Oh, yeah.
And he never
Addicted-
plays.
Addicted to buying packs. He doesn't play Diamond Dynasty. Addicted to pulling diamonds, though. I respect the hell out of it.
Well, he's got a little of that itch. He's got the gambling itch.
Well, this is about me. This isn't about Teddy. So
We bring
this
it
is
to
basically yeah. No, I've really just been just sitting in my room drinking, drafting teams in MLB, and playing Spyro.
So really nothing's changed for you.
Yeah, it's all the same.
That's what I made that joke 4 months ago, Nash. You weren't here because
Yeah.
we had to stop.
No, it feels good to be back.
Yeah, that is good. Good. I'm over here just listening to you guys as a fan. Like, yeah, you know what? I like the chemistry here. I like
are
you.
a fan.
Have you guys been tuning in on? I know you featured on the Anthony Nash show on Instagram. I was trying to keep in touch with everybody.
I was going to actually appear.
Oh, I was going to watch that.
I was going to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on the Hulu?
Can you come on?
Yeah, I'll come on.
You're saying this, and
No,
then
I
when
would- I
ask
would-
you, you're
I
like,
would-
no way.
I would do it.
Give me like 20 minutes.
I'll give you no. I'm not giving you 20 minutes.
15.
Just pop in, take a couple questions. You know,
All right. Well,
it's a little split screen thing, right?
Yeah, little split screen. Get yourself a nice glass of wine. We'll drink vino together.
Let Pepper get a cameo.
Yeah. Oh, people go nuts. People ask about Pepper. Not even you guys.
That happens when you get a dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't become how are you doing? It's how is the dog doing? And you know what? I
Especially-
don't mind that.
Especially how adorable she is. So
Yeah, and Teddy's got a new cute dog.
He
Wants
does.
it- Yeah. He's just throwing that dog all over Instagram, huh?
Oh, he did it for the likes.
Yeah.
100%. It's the only reason why I got the dog.
Well, now I
yeah.
got to counter him with Pepper pics.
Oh.
It's about to be fucking dog wars.
dog war.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd 2 Podcast. I'm Bo Oliver, joined today by Aaron, and of course, Nash, making his return.
Oh yeah.
Should I start posting pictures of Nash like he is my dog?
Look how cute my dog is, but you spell it D-A-W-G.
I'll do a whole Photoshop for you if you want.
Yeah, it's like when dogs doing different photo spreads, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Peel does with his cat and Keanu. He puts him in all different movie scenes. We should do that with Nash.
Yeah, like a calendar.
Do
Die
like
You
Hard.
ever see that baby where they dress up the baby as like the Breaking Bad? Like
Yeah.
Walter White?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
I like babies dressed as adults.
That is funny.
Andy Reid baby.
Babies dressed as adults and animal pairings that you wouldn't expect to be friends. Today I saw a cow licking a dog today. I'm like, oh, you don't see that every
You
day.
saw that in real life?
No, on the internet.
Oh, okay. Was it Nash being licked by a cow? Licking your dog? Oh, yeah. We're here to talk about the world of movies, TV, video games. Actually, I have a lot to talk about.
That's
with
actually
video
happened
games,
to me
yeah.
in real life plenty of times.
Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about, and you can listen to this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the places you can listen to podcasts, and send us your questions at nerdsoupforyou@gmail.com. Nerdsoup on Twitter, Bo Soup, Nerdsoup Monkey, Anthony JQ Nash, Teddy Nerdsoup, Purple Girl NS. How about we start with the first topic? We have the PS5 reveal celebration stream thing, in which we got some news. PS5 is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No price, though.
Yesterday before there was rumors that the PS5 is going to be $750.
Yeah, I
Because
saw that.
Amazon in UK leaked out the price.
Well, that's the euro, you know?
Well,
What's that in US dollars?
it was like €550, and then that translate out to $750 or whatever it
He
was.
did the conversion.
So yeah, all in my head too.
That's his Rain Man skill.
Well, I
Nash
didn't know
can
if
convert.
euro is higher or lower than us, so I kind of just threw that out there, hoping that
Stats,
It
can you
works.
actually check that? I think Teddy would know. Ted's a big investor all of a sudden.
he is.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That's what happens when you get a dog.
Would you buy it for $750?
I'll
Yes.
buy it regardless.
$750 seems too. I can't imagine that's the retail price.
It's an investment. I think it's going to be around $500.
Yeah, I'd say even $550 I would put down for
Well,
a
they have
system.
the digital version too, which will probably be cheaper. But I feel like you got to go to the regular version.
A part of me, I like the fact that the digital version is more symmetrical. But a part of me just hates that, as a lover of physical media, that's even an option.
Well,
that's them saying eventually this is going to be the system. There is going to be no more physical.
Well, the thing is, or there'll be like Apple, and there'll be a connection you could put into it.
Yeah.
It's like we took this out, but well, it's 4K UHD. So if you have physical movies, and
Okay.
stuff like that,
So it is a 4K player.
Yes.
Okay,
So
nice.
you're going to need the disc to play your movies, unless you already have a player on separately. But
Well, that's why I'm kind of a hypocrite, because I don't buy any physical games anymore. I buy physical movies all the time, and I probably should buy physical games. So the digital appeals to me if it's a little less, but I've also got the 4K TV, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
the price that I saw, it was like in between the stream that they showed today. They said that there's going to be two versions of the PlayStation 5, depending on the memory space, and it's rumored to be $399 and $499.
Okay.
So that's what I saw. Hopefully that's it compared to $750 or $800, whatever it was.
$750
But-
could be the deluxe too. They showed like the two controllers with the charger
Right.
and the wireless headset. And
Yeah,
things
and the
like that.
media remote as well.
Is there going to be a version that has 2 terabytes? Was that confirmed?
that was rumored as well.
Okay. That might, if there's a 750 with 2 terabytes, I probably won't get that either. I'll just get a drive. I'm not getting the 750. I've been trying to talk myself into getting the Big Daddy one, but no,
I was
can't
happy
do it.
though because when they showed the way it looked standing straight up, that I'm like, oh, I might not get this if I can't put it on the side.
You always can.
I was thinking the same thing. I can't do it if
You
it's
guys put it on the side?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And you can put it on the side, so crisis averted there. I almost had to go back to Xbox.
Well, mine's
for a
got the
second.
Batman on the thing, so I have to put it up. I have to stand it up,
Oh, yeah.
People have to see that Batman's carved into the PS4.
That's true.
I mean, I could maneuver in my room, but, I mean, there's a nice spot where the PlayStation is right
He's
on the
always
side.
worrying
This
about
looks
it
good.
falling or hitting into it.
Right.
It's a hassle.
Like, right on the side, it's nice and plump, staying there and ain't going to move,
I do like how it's got the fresh collar on it, though. It looks like a PS4 going out in the night.
Someone says it looks like a router.
Yeah, it does there.
Yeah, it does. More looks like Tobey Maguire when he's got the collar up in Spider-Man.
Any games that stood out to you? We had the news about Spider-Man 2 coming out this year. And it's
Well,
going to focus
yeah.
on Miles Morales. That's huge.
That was the biggest one. When I first started playing, I'm like, what the hell is this? And then it kind of kept going, and then there was just Miles Morales Spider-Man.
It's so funny because the other day I was thinking to myself about the ending cutscene for that game, and it's kind of a cliffhanger. And I was like, it's kind of like classic movies. You have to wait like 5 years until the sequel comes out. And then this news is like Spider-Man 2 December.
Sure enough.
Right.
Was that like rumored or anything? Because I had no idea.
I saw it trending early today, but no, I hadn't seen anything about this. I thought it was good. We were years away from a new. That's what it's Insomniac, right? It's continuing the franchise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
that
think it is.
game, masterpiece. I think that game's flawless.
So that's both of you guys are most excited about that game?
out of all the games that they listed, hell yeah, yeah. And what's it? GTA is going to come free. with
Yeah, it's going to be
PS5.
free, and it's going to be like an enhanced version that comes out.
It's so stupid.
That's
I,
so stupid.
I saw the meme. It was like GTA 6, and then it was like GTA 5, and it was Leo as in Wall Street. It's like, I'm not fucking leaving.
I think that one and the Horizon game, I think those got the biggest,
Yeah.
I guess, pop on Twitter.
Yeah, new Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
making
making
this-
a sequel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that
and-
game is very popular. Marissa loves that game.
Ever so slightly made me a little excited, but I mean, my favorite game, obviously, out of all of them is 2K.
Yeah.
Graphics look sick, man. I know it's a little snippet, but
I hate.
You know what? It's going to look better because it's going to be an upgraded system with
Right.
better hardware, and especially the fact that if you have a 4K TV, all these games are going to look stunning. But with the trailers, I mean, it's everything. It's you see it with every game. A trailer comes out and it looks amazing, and then the game comes out and it's not that.
It's the same as the last one.
Right.
I think sports games are the most hated game, but played by the most people.
Right, because
They
everyone,
never fix the gameplay.
it's people who aren't hardcore gamers will buy Madden every
Yeah.
year, but yeah. It's because they're doing it yearly. It's the same problem that Assassin's Creed had. It's like, whoa, take 4 years and improve your fucking, your graphics here.
It's basically just changing the roster. Same gameplay, just changing the roster.
Right.
But that bothers me so much. You know, like, I know a buddy that was playing 2K18 until, like, a couple months ago. And he's like, it's still the same fucking thing. I'm like, not really. I would much rather play with, like, Ja Morant and Zion.
Right.
Instead of, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That bothers me a lot.
It's almost like you're buying it for the updated roster.
It's like I need the newest phone out
The new
there, or I
hot step
feel
package.
I'm behind.
Yeah, right.
Another game, you guys are probably going to be like, shut the hell up. But Oddworld,
Oddworld I haven't played.
when I was younger, I played that.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I was actually just talking about it recently because I saw it on the PlayStation Store. I might get Oddworld. And Ratchet and Clank was another one
Right,
that,
yeah, I
you know,
saw
I
Ratchet
never
and
really
Clank.
played that, but that one I saw was talked about a lot.
Yeah, Hitman 3, Resident Evil, a couple
Hitman
of good
3.
teenage franchises.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. I think I played the first one, but I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan of any of these games besides the Spider-Man, so
Well, I
Right.
thought a lot of them I didn't really recognize off the bat, but the Project Athia, I think it's called. I think
is
it's
that the
it's a
game
new
people
game.
were comparing to Blade Runner?
No, this one it was more open world. kinda.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. They had that mask on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Was that Godfall or
No, Godfall was the one with all, like, the animals.
okay?
Yeah, and they were fighting. But I know what you're talking about.
There was that
it
other
kind of looked like Halo or, like, Destiny.
Right.
Kind of. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head.
Twitter seemed to like that one, and also the Tokyo game. I can't remember the name. I don't know. The graphics just looked incredible.
Yeah.
Looked really good.
There was another one too. It's actually a brand new game that they're bringing out. I think it's called like Bugs Nix or something like that. It's got like an Animal Crossing feeling to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like everybody's sitting around the campfire and it looks like a town. And I mean, there's like some bones and stuff, but like, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure I won't buy it, but it looks cool.
That's the thing of all these games coming out. It's like I'll probably only buy like 2 or 3 of them, if that.
Yeah.
But it's always fun, the excitement around new consoles, seeing what new games and how they look. It's always interesting. And then I'm sure we'll see with Xbox coming out too, and we'll get some more prices as it heads towards the end of the year. But it's exciting getting to spend $500 on a new system.
Yeah, no, it is very exciting. You know what else is exciting? The possibility that theaters will be reopening across the country starting in July. Now, us in New York, we may be the last state to reopen, but it looks like we will be able to catch Tenet together as friends and family in theaters. But apparently they're going to be at half capacity or even 25% capacity in some cases. And of course, it's going to be different throughout the world, the way that these theaters adjust with social distancing, what type of precautions they're going to take. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about this news? Are you guys excited? Are you afraid to go to a movie theater?
I don't know. I think we talked about this a little.
Sheep.
What?
No.
Bah.
A little while ago on another pod, how you kind of got to wait and see like what the guidelines and what these theaters are going to do, and do you trust the theaters to carry out all of these safety, I guess, guidelines?
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to be cleaning the theaters after every like heavy duty disinfecting and things like that, or you're going to have to rely on yourself to do it. So I guess you got to wait and see. I can't wait for the theater to be open, to be honest. So. But I think I will be a little hesitant at first, but maybe I'll give it a week or two, and then I'll probably just be like, all right, it's safe enough, probably.
I'll be the guinea pig if you guys want. Because I know a lot of people are saying, well, you know, I'll wait like a month and see what happens if the numbers go up. You know, they're talking about like with gyms and stuff, gyms, movie
Right.
theaters. I'm going right in.
Movie theaters.
I mean, I don't
so
care.
much better than a gym.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. But I'm saying like, you know, people are, I'll give it like a month and wait for everybody else to get it. And then they leave and then bubble. I'm just going in. I'm going in for it. I don't care.
All right, but go to the movie theater first before you go to the gym.
Okay.
Because I feel like the gym is a hot spot. you
Oh,
know?
well, yeah, the gym is definitely.
I don't know. Would you guys ever go to a public gym? Do you have a?
I'm going.
You're done?
No, I'm going.
Oh, you're gonna go
as
to a
soon as
gym?
it opens. I'm
Yeah.
going back. I mean, working out in my basement is only so exciting, and there's only so much you could do.
Well, it's so. I mean, the idea of getting it at this point, it's almost like the chances are so low. But it's almost the idea of going to a gym now just seems so gross to me. Everybody sweat.
Well, that's the ultimate excuse. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
right.
I don't want to get corona. I'm not going to the gym.
Right. Well, with theaters, I mean, it looks like Tenet is going to hit its date, and that was always the biggest domino. If Tenet comes out, then it looks like everything else might come out.
I think, if anything, it'll get pushed back a week or two because they're not going to want to miss out on the New York box office. So if New York's not ready by mid-July, let's say, I think they'll want to give it a week or two just to get things going and see how everything is going before releasing it worldwide. Because
Yeah, it's amazing how much of the domestic box office is just California and New York.
Oh yeah, definitely. So they'll definitely wait for those two states at the very least to have things up and running again before I think they'll be comfortable releasing a movie like Tenet. But I don't know. I think if it's 50%, I would rather it a little less, because I think only one seat in between somebody. I don't think, especially a stranger. I don't know if I'm too comfortable with that.
The
So
last
25%, 33%. I think I'll be okay with.
Yeah, maybe. The last place I went publicly was a movie theater. Movie theater and then to the diner, and then the lockdown happened. And even in the theater, whenever somebody coughed, you can feel the tension that everybody would look over. It's like in unison. You would hear the
What was the last movie? Was it? Oh no, wait.
The Way Back.
Okay,
Yeah,
Thought it was
which
Birds
is
of
actually a
Prey.
good movie.
but I forgot you
Oh,
left
when I
us.
left in the middle of the showing.
Not even in the middle. We're watching the previews of Birds of Prey. He leaves, figured to go to the bathroom, and he just never came back.
You just left?
Yeah. Well, you have to suck me in with the previews. I'm not just gonna sit there and watch this mediocrity.
Like the movie started, I look at Marissa, I'm like, is he coming back? And I texted you, and you're like, nah, I left.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, my response to that is back to Tenet. What were we even talking about?
Well, I do have to say that there is one beneficial thing that comes out of the whole corona affecting the movie theaters and everything. Now it would be heavily frowned upon, if it already wasn't, about these little weasel, greasy paws going into my popcorn. Like, you know, if Teddy finishes it during the previews, and I'm like, we're just going to bite right there. No more. You can't do that.
No,
you can't.
yeah, no.
Aaron, no more candy for you. All right? You can't be getting any of my Bunch of Crunch. All right? Because then, there you go. It's a perfect excuse.
Trying to think, what movie was it? Was anyone with us when Teddy spilled his whole popcorn right before it started?
I've been with Teddy where he spilled it, where he spilled the popcorn in the concession area, and Nanny. But that's the worst.
He looked at me, and I didn't even ask anything. I just dumped some of mine in his, because I knew that was coming.
Yeah. He's probably biting his lips so hard, and
He does that, dude. So it's like growling. He's like,
yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he does. When it comes to popcorn, I'm like a surgeon. My hands are stiff, ready to go. Nothing is going to... I mean, I'm Rudy Johnson holding on to that popcorn.
I'm a big dropper. I drop things. Because my mom always... It's like when I'm surprised I haven't gotten into more car accidents.
Well, not the tub, but more of just individual popcorn pieces all over my body when the movie ends. Like down my shirt.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
all-
I do that too, yeah.
Somehow in the hood of my sweatshirt. I don't even know how it got there. You know, must have just threw it right into my face.
I am so disappointed by South Bay, our local theater, not being opened
Oh,
before all this happened, at the very least.
because they were planning on putting a bar there. They were planning on doing big things at that. Like,
Well, all the construction that's been ongoing, even during the lockdown, it's like, I hope maybe they were doing something. Probably not.
no shot.
They're like, oh, we can't do it. Well, no, we
Yeah, can't be next to each other.
have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years. I don't think that place is opening.
I used to love that movie theater too.
The last
Even
movie
though it
I
was a
saw
ro-
there, no, I mean, it was a dump, but it cost $5, you know?
Yeah, it was
you couldn't
awesome.
beat it. I would see every movie there.
Yeah,
The Big Short.
Big Short.
Yeah, last flick I saw there.
I think I saw Wolf of Wall Street there.
Still remember picking my feet up from the ground and them shoes just completely stuck.
Yeah.
Walked out of there with socks. No, but this is exciting. The fact that we are, everything reopening. It's good. It's good to get back out there.
I wonder how they'll do like concession lines and ticket takers and things like that.
Oh, I'm coming in with my own shit. That's the thing. They should allow that at this point. I mean, they want to make their money, so they're not.
That's where they
going to
make
do
all
that.
their money.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I ain't buying anything. To go back to your point, about people's greasy paws. I don't want somebody scooping my corn.
Yeah, that's another good point too.
Yeah.
And that's another benefit now. Now you get to bring your stuff, go to CVS, get the 4 for $4 candy. Oh, what a deal.
Yeah.
What a deal.
If there was ever a time for theaters to get clever and try new things, this is it. It's with sports. That's what sports are going to do. NBA has been wanting to start their season in December, and now they have the chance. They're like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Well, they can't require masks, I don't think, because how are you going to eat? Unless they say you can't eat in the theater.
Definitely they're not going to say that. I don't know. There might be a mask. It's like, well,
What if you have glasses?
We'll
You're
look
watching
the other
fog
way.
the whole time.
I'll tell you what, if that's the case, I'm not going to a movie theater. If you can't eat or have a nice blue Slurpee during it, no thank you, not for me. Wait for it to come out on demand.
What's going to be your first order when you go back? At that concession
like I
stand.
said, I'm not getting anything.
Well, if
If I had to,
you're in front of the concession stand
Water?
after months. Really? You're not going to go all
yeah,
out?
but let me grab it. Actually, yeah, no, I would get like I wouldn't go all out. I mean, I'll probably eat that same day. It's not like, what am I gonna fast myself to get the movie theater experience?
Yes.
So then I fucking feel like
You're
shit.
goddamn right. After all of this, you're goddamn
a
right.
2,000 calorie bucket of buttered popcorn to
Oh, I can't wait. That Bunch of Crunch blue, the blue freeze, boom, mint.
Thought you were a
Perfect.
cookie dough bite guy.
I switch it up. A Bunch of Crunch is the cat's meow.
Cookie dough bite is when you're seeing like an indie.
Yeah.
You're feeling a little fancy.
Yeah, right.
Bunch of crunches,
Eat
Fast
one
and
at a time?
Furious. Yeah, just one at a time. Bunch of crunch, you throw it in the popcorn, you fucking mix it up and shit.
I never been the chocolate and the popcorn guy.
You know what? I used to do it. Yeah, I do it on occasion.
You gotta do the M&M. The
Yeah.
M&M doesn't melt.
Why did you say it like Don Vito
Italian.
Corleone? The M&M, it doesn't melt. The Reese's Pieces, it gets everywhere. What else do we have? Well, we have news about San Diego Comic-Con. Apparently that's back on, so we have theaters reopening. But San Diego Comic-Con is scheduled for its initial release date, but it's going to be all virtual. Not release date, but I guess date in general for when it was going to happen. But yeah, it's going to be all online, and all the panels are going to be virtual, and there's going to be a bunch of interactive stuff, and we're still not going.
Yay.
I guess, is there going to be like some wall where you have to enter your information, and it's like,
No, I think it's just free to view. I mean,
oh, it's just going to be free for everyone.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's to do a virtual
Oh, so we
Comic-Con
are going.
with all panels, presentations, and I think some like online interactive features and whatnot.
We can finally put in our Twitter, Nerd Soup is at San Diego Comic-Con.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we'll be there virtually.
And we could say that we got the press pass, too.
Yeah, well, we are. Yeah, we're pressed, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's basically a press pass for this virtual Comic-Con is as useful as the one for the actual Comic-Con. The press pass is just basically, it's a little cheaper.
no, I mean, it's free.
Oh, no, yeah, right.
And we got access to that little room that no one else could. That felt good.
You know what? Having access to the little
Especially because
air-conditioned
Teddy didn't
room-
get a press pass. We're like, oh, Teddy, we'll be right back. We're going to go use the bathroom over here.
What is it,
No,
like
no,
a little
you wait,
resting area?
You wait out here. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it is. It's like a press only.
Like the MVP seats?
And it's just got chairs. And it's like a chair is like
It's a
gold
private bathroom
at
and like a
Comic-Con.
little deli.
Yeah, yeah. There's like a little.
They have like a little buffet? Like a little,
little place where you could buy food.
It's like a
pickies?
coffee shop thing.
Yeah, a little coffee, get a bagel.
Can't beat that.
But dude, like finding a place to sit in Comic-Con it's like water. You know, it's like a rare commodity. Yeah. So the fact that we had a designated place to just go sit, I'd never do it any other way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but this sounds cool. I wonder if they're gonna do this for New York. You know.
Well, I was
Also,
thinking-
who the fuck? What are these panels gonna be?
I don't know.
Because no movies are coming out. I guess the pushback movies.
They have
right?
announcements. I'm sure Marvel has a couple announcements, maybe, or whatever. DC. There's always something for Comic-Con, but I wonder if they might push back the good stuff to New York. Maybe that's in October,
All the goodies.
and they might be like, "Hey, let's wait and see a little." You know, San Diego. I'm tired of them getting all the good stuff. You know, we go to New York Comic-Con. What did we get? A Batman animation panel, which was cool, but it's no MCU, DC, Game of Thrones. They're getting all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what actor or actresses or like anybody gonna want to show up to this if like, you know, they're probably not gonna be getting paid.
Promotional. I mean, I don't know. It's a wait and see. We're only in phase 1 right now. I think this is happening in July, so I think it's too soon. But by October in New York, it's a wait and see game right now.
We'll have to see if this second wave comes back, which I think it's gonna come back.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, October, and that's the big talk is about the second wave in the fall and winter, right?
Yeah.
So if I think an event like Comic-Con where you have 250,000 people over 4 days, I can't imagine that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so either.
And it's so crammed. I mean, there's no way you could do social distancing at Comic-Con. You just can't. So
yeah, you can't enforce that.
I put my money on it's going to be virtual in October. Or maybe even it's like San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe they do it and it's like, this wasn't even worth it. So they just cancel New York Comic-Con. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
That would be good for New York Comic Con to see how San Diego reacts with this whole virtual thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's great for them. They're in a great position here because they, like you said, they get to wait and see, and then they really get to wait and watch how this unfolds.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Kinda
enjoy
like the
Comic-Con when I go, so I hope it's. I mean, that's a miracle. It'll probably take a miracle for everything to be back to normal as it was for last year's Comic-Con coming this October. But I don't know. It sucks that if it does get canceled, but I think the virtual is a cool kind of alternative because it is kind of an exclusive event where you see people who don't attend San Diego or New York. They're sharing video recordings and stuff like that and kind of trying to wait for all the news to trickle down out of there. So it's kind of this way where we can all experience it together.
There's one story I want to add last second here. It's actually a rumor about Matt Reeves' Batman film. Did you guys see this? But apparently that he is going to be able to get his own Joker. That his movies are going to set up for a Batman trilogy that will include the Joker.
Well, first reaction.
I get first reaction?
Yeah.
Well, I really like the idea going around Twitter of Lakeith Stanfield getting a crack at playing the Joker. I think he's a great actor. I think his last couple of roles have been excellent. Uncut Gems. What was the other fucking movie he was just in?
Sorry to Bother You.
Sorry to Bother You. Yeah. Right. And then I just watched that the other day. That's what I couldn't.
He
even
wasn't Get
remember.
Out, right?
Yeah, he was the Get Out guy.
Yeah, he was Get Out. Get Out.
Yeah, that guy.
And Knives Out.
Right. Yeah, Knives Out. So I like that choice for a Joker, and people had some other suggestions too, like maybe even.
So Leo, Johnny Depp, the usual. Willem Dafoe,
yeah.
like the fan arts that have been around for 10 years.
Willem Dafoe, I'm intrigued by that. I mean, we have a reunion, a Lighthouse reunion with
Hell yeah.
Pattinson versus Dafoe.
Oh.
I don't know.
This is inevitable, I think. I mean, if it's a trilogy of Batman, you're going to get the Joker, I guess.
I'll tell you what, dude. People hate, and I guess you're one of them, but you've always hated it. People are really starting to hate that Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie.
Really?
Yeah, the public opinion on that movie has shifted drastically.
It's like I see these things right as they happen, as
I've
they
really noticed
unfold.
that. I mean,
It gets picked on a lot, man.
yeah, it does. But maybe not the movie. I guess maybe the movie, but I think Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it's not Joaquin
yeah.
Phoenix. It's way more the movie.
Yeah, it's the movie itself. Funny enough that you say that, Slick all of a sudden has become a big Batman guy. He rented The Dark Knight. He watched
amazing.
The Joker.
What did he think of The Dark Knight?
I didn't talk to him about that, but I talked to him about The Joker, and he was like, because I told him like it fucking sucks. Like Joaquin Phoenix is incredible, but the screenplay, everything else around it, the acting, I'm just not. It's not for me. I don't like it. And he's like, well, he talks to me. He said, well, Slick, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was as bad as he thought it was. And he's like, I get it. He's a lunatic. And this and that. But he thought Joaquin. He's like, Joaquin Phoenix is amazing. I'm like, yeah. That's the only thing good out of that movie.
We need a segment on this podcast called Slick Reviews Flicks, and it's just his reviews, but you doing the.
I
Comes
get that
up with a different.
every time I'm at Nash's.
He's got great taste, man. He's one of the OGs that I know. Like also, my mom's boyfriend has great taste to watch anything.
Yeah.
And my mom too. My mom also loved Joker, but I always love the older generation especially that generation, because they always tell the stories about seeing movies for a nickel. so they really grew up with that being the working man's entertainment, and the fact that you could be that age and still want to seek out all the new films. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, watch Lighthouse 2 nights in a row straight.
Who would you want to see as a Joker?
Oh,
You guys. I'm throwing it to you two.
It's a weird scenario. I hope it's like they wait to the last one, so it's been some space between all these Jokers, because I feel like from after Heath there was a little while, then it went to and Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix, and this one seems a little bunched together, which isn't out of the normal for comic book movies. We've seen it with Spider-Man, but I don't know. I wanted to give it some space, and
Warner Brothers isn't doing that.
I know.
They've already. I mean, at this point, Joker came out following. A couple of years after Leto's, and then it was huge.
Yeah.
Highest grossing R-rated movie ever. And
But it's not like if it was the same Joker, that's a different story. But all these different incarnations of the character, it's just
We're about to get a third fucking Joker. There's going to be 3 Jokers existing at once in the DC movies.
So
They've gone full comic book. People always complain about comic books. Actual comic books have terrible continuity. That's Warner Brothers. It's kind of amazing.
right off the top of the head, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but Adam Driver.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I doesn't seem to. I feel like he could be that wacky. Like, I don't think he'd be good.
I can't see him as a
I think
Joker.
I'd like him better as a Riddler.
Okay.
And I love the guy they got for Riddler too. But I could see Adam Driver pulling off Joker. I always said Carl fucking Tanner from Game of Thrones, man. I thought that guy would be fantastic. I mean, his face already looks like the Joker.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a
Good actor.
great actor. Yeah,
I think he's underrated. I think he hasn't gotten a chance, really.
yeah. It depends where they want to go. I mean, if you want to go big name, I guess you would go like with a Depp or Defoe or.
Oh, that would be. I mean, Defoe, I guess I wouldn't mind. I mean, he does look like the Joker.
But
as
I would
well.
like another young actor to go pair side with Robert Pattinson. Keith Stanfield's not a bad pick at all.
No, it's not bad at all.
Trying to think of other ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like 30-year-old actors. You know.
You know who would be good? Who's older? Aaron's boy,
Miles Teller.
Oh,
Ansel
Michael
Elgort.
Shannon.
Michael Shannon would be.
I
great.
wouldn't hate that right now. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I don't mind having an older Joker at all. I don't care about the age difference between Batman and a Joker.
Is there like, do people make that as like a big deal in the comic books? Let's say, God forbid, that the age difference is off. Is there a certain age thing between
He's
it?
such a mystery. I mean, he looks like he's just like a 35, 40
They never really
man.
say in the comic books
No.
or anything.
And I think with you had
That's
the benefit of the makeup.
Everyone
that
wanted Gyllenhaal for Batman. I think he would do a good Joker. Kind of that Nightcrawler-esque performance.
Well,
That's
I
not
always-
bad either.
I mean, Heath Ledger completely threw this out the window. I was just gonna say I hate pretty boy Jokers.
Yeah.
That's the prettiest man ever.
What's the point of
Heath Ledger.
casting a Joker if people don't make fan fiction about wanting to bang him?
Well, behind the makeup, I mean, and obviously with what they did with the prosthetic, with those scars, I mean, he didn't look like pretty boy Heath Ledger. He looked like a deranged lunatic. So it doesn't matter.
I think the world is ready for hot Joker.
I guess that was kind of Leto. They didn't really hide him too much.
Nah, he was like fuckboy Joker.
He really was,
Yeah.
dude. He's like living on your couch. You buy him a PS5, you know.
Extra gas money when he drops you
Yeah.
off in the Lambo.
Absolute simp.
I'll Venmo you 20 later. He was a simp.
Yeah, he's such
That
a-
Joker was simping Harley, dude.
Yeah,
Um,
absolute simp.
He broke her out of jail, for God's sakes.
well, did you guys also hear about HBO Max? Apparently, all these DC movies are being pulled from their streaming service.
Yeah, they didn't have the rights, but they're going to get them back eventually. But they marketed the streaming service as having all the DC movies, and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, "You thought?"
They're amazing. They're cursed when it comes to DC.
Yeah.
They're fucking cursed. It's unbelievable.
Do you have Max?
No, I don't.
Okay, because I signed up with your name. But
Just with my name, you just Ruben on HBO Max.
no, well, like you can. I use your HBO Go login. to
Okay,
Sign up for HBO Max, but I didn't want to create an account, so I stopped there.
good.
So,
I'm glad you did the honorable thing because I was about to call the fucking.
I was gonna wait for
Who
you,
do I call for
but
that?
it's for like you don't have to pay any extra. But then I have to
Support
put your
team?
The
email
mob?
and make a password for you. So I felt like I'll let you do that before.
Well,
And
thank you.
you
Well, I'm
get-
not going to get HBO Max, so
you already have it,
I have Funimation.
but you have it with your HBO subscription.
Yeah, well, I don't want it.
What's Funimation?
Well, create the account so I have it, please.
Maybe.
I get it for free.
Depends. I'll give you a couple movies
He
to
gets it
watch.
for
Let's
free
see how
too.
quick you finish them.
Oh, we could hold this over his head.
I've been watching a lot of movies lately, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't in a while, but I've been doing like one a day.
I feel like I'm going to get canceled when it's revealed that I've never seen a movie. Imagine that.
You should read the
This
Wikipedias.
whole time.
Oh, from there too. Yeah, I've just been faking it. I'm
and
that
just
good.
buying all the DVDs and they're never touched.
Yeah, they've never been opened.
That would be crazy.
No, I put them in, play them,
Stealing
get
all
a
your
little-
ideas from Stuckman.
But also there was controversy about HBO Max pulling Gone with the Wind, and that's also going to be temporary. And obviously, it's a classic, legendary movie, but like many movies made in that time, it kind of enforces certain racial stereotypes that wouldn't be accepted today, really anywhere in any art form. But the reason they pulled it is because they're going to put a disclaimer in front of it, right? And then they're going to put it back on.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
see, where I come down on, I mean, right now in the country, we're seeing people destroy Christopher Columbus statues all over the place. It's like, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this because I don't want to erase history, but HBO has every right as a company to say, hey, there's some shit in here that is probably really offensive, and
Well,
we're giving you a warning.
That's the thing. It's their platform, so I think if they don't want to have this movie on their platform, they have every right to. As far as the film itself, I feel like the debate kind of like on Twitter, it went from like kind of like how you said, trying to preserve like classic cinema and things like that into something else. But it's like if HBO wants to remove it, then they have every right to. But it's not like they're erasing it from the archives of the world. So there is other avenues to see this film. Just like if you take down some fucking racist Confederate flag statue, it's not like, yeah, you can still Google who Jefferson Davis is. It's not like you need this statue to be reminded of all the shit he's done. So, and it is a part of, like, I guess, film history to look back and, like, I guess, study and, I guess, appreciate from the sense of looking back at it being made in, I think, 1939, winning all these Oscars. So, and it is a very much a film for adults. So I think with, what's that Disney movie? Something in
Oh,
the South?
yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So
I
like,
can't remember the name.
and even with Dumbo, how they removed the crow characters, I'm all for that because those are going to be targeted towards kids who might see that and be impressionable and might get the wrong idea. I think I hope so actually, if adult watches Gone with the Wind, they can realize this was made in a different time and I should not be viewing it as what's on screen as something I should support in my everyday life, but as, I guess, a window into the past.
I don't think a lot of the, racists in this country, and there's a whole lot of them, are watching Gone with the Wind and they're saying, you know what? Yeah, that's why I'm a racist, because I saw Gone with the Wind. And obviously, I mean, some of the things in some of these older movies, like a movie like Birth of a Nation, fuck that movie. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And Gone with the Wind, I mean, it's long as fuck. It's not a movie that I particularly
4 hours,
love.
I mean,
yeah, and old Hollywood to me, it's you
I'm
take
Gone
it or
with the
leave
Wind
it.
on that one.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
sitting- yeah.
And it also features the first African American actor or actress to win an Oscar with Haiti McDaniel. But she's also playing a character that's very controversial because people just see her as enforcing a stereotype. So it's kind of this significant moment for so many different reasons. And there's also, documentaries about all the problems they had on set, but the production was hell. And then it turns out to be one of the most financially successful movies of all time.
the highest grossing.
For inflation, it's
Inflation,
still
yeah.
considered the highest grossing movie of all time.
So I think there's in cinema history, and I guess for a lot of cinephiles, it has a place there as just for those reasons and that significance. But I think, they're putting the movie back. They're adding some context. So for people who don't understand the context or even realize it, they can read it and be like, okay, I know what I guess I'm in store for or whatever. I don't know why you want to sit there for 4 hours anyway, but that's your right to do that.
No shot.
But
It's as simple as this, people's just honestly, they're listening and learning. It might have taken this long to actually get the point across, but it looks like that the point is getting across, and that's the whole objective of all of this. I mean, look at Lady Antebellum. The band Lady Antebellum?
Yeah.
They just changed their name to Lady A because apparently Antebellum had something to do with a slave girl's name.
Right.
So, I mean, it takes a long time. It took a long time for people to really realize how bad it is. And, it's good. I think it's a good thing. Obviously, I think that the disclaimer, putting that in the front.
Yes.
Yes, I think
it
that's
definitely is.
an excellent idea.
Well, I think people who were carrying on don't give two shits about the movie anyway. Some of them.
Oh yeah,
who
that's
were-
the thing.
yeah.
The people who were like,
That's why I said the
"How could you-"
argument changes from preserving, I guess, a piece of film history into something else entirely. Where
And there's no reasonable arguments anymore. Even like something like this, where I can maybe want to agree with the other side, but then you have Ted Cruz tweeting, "This is Stalinist America," because they want to put a disclaimer on Gone with the Wind.
bro,
Like,
they took
shut the
Catcher in the
fuck
Rye out
up.
of circulation for all those fucking years.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You can't. It's like maybe come with a reasonable argument saying, it's dangerous because with censorship, but also I can understand it because these things are very offensive. But no, it's always like, wah! Just people screaming. Nobody can be reasonable anymore.
Well, that's a huge problem in this country that isn't even talked about. People just being overdramatic about stupid doofus stuff. That's got to be something that's addressed. Who really cares, to be honest? If the HBO wants to go ahead and do that and put a disclaimer, what is the big deal? Just relax.
No,
I mean,
it's everything in this. Everything has to be to the extreme.
and it's not even. It's just about anything. It could be. I hate Twitter. Sometimes I am absolutely in love with Twitter, and then you just get that occasional idiot just talking about. Oh, I can't.
Well, I was going to tweet that Twitter is just full of Sunday tweeters over these past 3 months because it's like people who would be out doing stuff, living their lives, and everyone's tweeting every dumb shit.
That is a fantastic tweet.
Yeah, that they're thinking of. But Twitter's just been. But now that people are, getting back to their lives, Twitter's becoming a bit less insufferable.
Yeah.
I would say. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Twitter's the internet, the world. I hate it. Let's
Yeah.
move on here. Do we have any other stories? No,
I'm
we
back.
don't.
I don't know if anybody knew that, but
You're
I'm
back?
I'm back.
Did we address that yet?
I don't know.
Nash being back?
What song's playing now?
I don't want to say the boys are back in town, but knowing Aaron, that's a
not
song.
playing
you
any
would-
song. We get copyrighted.
You play for like 7 seconds,
Let's play dun 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 dun, and then just end it. Don't fire me. I just got back.
That's for the fan to decide.
People you call up to the show, you better be ready. That's what you're supposed to do. Sitting there arguing and you're trying to spell your name and all of this other stuff. It's not your show, it's my show. I'm giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. Don't call up here unless you got something to say.
This question here from Lucky Chris 02 at Chris Mayoral. Question for Nash.
Yo.
What makes a mimosa superior to, say, any other Sunday morning drink?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. I'm going to be complete. Well, it's definitely 100% better than a Bloody Mary, like by a country mile.
You're so wrong. It hurts.
Bloody Marys are disgusting. They're hot.
Yeah, I don't get the Bloody Mary.
It's disgusting.
I don't get
There's
it.
Celery in it.
Somebody tweeted the other day, it was like tomatoes and raviolis and like a fancy glass. It's like, just made my Bloody Mary.
Well, now we're talking. We're getting raviolis
Yeah,
in
you
it.
get a little spoon. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The Bloody Mary.
Get the fancy Bloody Mary and a nice little piece of bacon in there. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, God.
Dude, they're so-
all those tastes. I don't
They're
like
refreshing. It's the perfect.
Those. They're
Do you like V8?
Yeah, I love V8.
Oh, well, there
You gotta have a taste for it.
Tomato soup.
You do. But it's spicy, too.
No. See, that's the thing with tomato soup. I don't want alcoholic tomato soup.
But it's
That's
cold.
just-
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And it's got bacon.
Horseradish, hot sauce.
And then like an olive sometimes, and olives are the worst food of all time. It's
What
like-
are we doing with the Bloody Mary? We just give up on everything.
I'm going to be
So
completely honest about the mimosa. I did the Mimosa Chronicles for the first time when I went to go visit my buddy Pete in Virginia. And that was just a deal that they had. It's just, oh, you get mimosas if you pay this much. And that's the first day I did it. And I mean, it's not superior to any. Well, I do have ultimate taste buds, but it's not really that big.
They're
of a
all
deal.
right. Champagne makes me sleepy too. I don't. It's like it's brunch. You want something to kind of rejuvenate you. You know, put a pep in your step. You're drinking champagne and orange juice. You're gonna go back to sleep in 2 hours.
I don't know.
I remember once I said when Nash wasn't here, I was like, the good thing about Nash is that he likes every type of alcoholic drink. And you're like, is that a good thing? I was like, yeah, Nash has great taste when it comes to the friends.
By the way, real quick, there is the brown bag challenge. So what you do is you put like, I saw this on the internet. You get like 8 different like man cans, and you know one will be like a Four Loko, one will be like a Platinum, and then we should all do it and pick one, and then we have to drink it.
While we're recording?
That'd be cool. I didn't even suggest that, but I'm down.
Drunk Pod, I think Drunk Pod would be acceptable.
I mean, I got blitzed on one.
I wouldn't be able to do Stoned Pod. Because when I'm high, I start thinking about things that...
Completely off topic.
Yeah. I'm going to start thinking
I
about
could see
like
that.
9th grade when I threw up in school on each floor of the school.
Did you do that?
Now I'm fucked. For the rest of the pod.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question
Did
here.
you really do that?
I did do that, yeah. Each floor. And it's so funny, when I was walking back to my classroom, the janitor was cleaning it up. I was like, damn, yo, who did that? That sucks. That's crazy. This question here from Nick at Nick Lannister 12. What type of Pokemon would each of you be? Not which one would you want, but which one would you want to live as? Squirtle. Especially if I can be a little fireman.
Yeah, I guess.
When you put it that
That was
way.
my favorite part of Detective Pikachu, seeing this Squirtle fireman. It's like, yes, that's why I came here.
Man. Probably like a bird one.
I could see you fucking bird.
Flying around. Pidgeotto.
Fucking Pidgeotto.
Yeah.
I
What's
think
up
I'd be
down
like Gengar. He reminds me of like a wild card, you know, someone just a ghost, just gonna be.
I
here,
think that would
there.
actually be funnier. Who would we see each other as? Like, I see you as a Beedrill because you're just annoying. You know, you're always buzzing.
No, he's coughing.
What was the tree you had to cut down?
Pseudo Wudo.
That's me. Pseudo Wudo. I'm trying to think for Nash. Oh, Nash has got to be
Here we go.
Diglett?
Diglett.
I could take Diglett.
I was gonna say,
I thought you would dig.
I was
or
gonna say
Earthquake.
Muck, but
Yeah.
No, it's Teddy. Come on, that's
Okay.
Teddy without a doubt.
Teddy Snorlax.
yeah, he's got to be.
He's Snorlax, Muck, and Slowking, all in one.
This question here from Sean Peters at Pete Anthone.
Sean,
This question goes to you, Bo. Oh, wow, thanks. Since you've been binge watching Avatar The Last Airbender, which element would you prefer to bend out of the 4? I personally would pick water because of that blood bending magic. Yeah, blood bending is so OP. Do you guys know about this?
No.
So the
I
water
hate
benders.
Avatar.
You don't like Avatar The Last Airbender, the cartoon?
Never
Have
got
you tried it?
When I was a kid, I did.
You should give it another try. First season starts very kiddie, then it gets dark, dude.
You know, I used to not like mustard when I was a kid. Now I'm a big mustard guy. So Try it out.
Yeah, eventually you got to put
Taste
mustard on
change.
the hot dog. Got to
Stop
scrape
putting
the
ketchup on your hot dog, Nash.
blood bending.
I go cheese dogs, by the way, but
This is a huge spoiler for Avatar, so I mean, it's a great episode too. There's an old water bending woman who discovers that you can bend blood
Is she
because it
bad?
is technically water. No, she ain't bad. She's good at blood bending, so you can basically just control someone and stop them from moving.
Oh, well.
And they
sounds like she has got a great personality. That's all that really matters, right?
she's got she's got her good days or bad days.
What's the more useful one? Like practical, day in and day out.
Out of the four? I prefer air. I think air has the most uses, and it's also a great defensive bending maneuver, whatever you would call it. I don't know, but maybe earth. Earth seems to be the most powerful, though, because just, picking up a rock and throwing it at someone, that's pretty useful.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see that. I've been reading a lot of articles on, which opinions on which element is the most powerful, so. But I would go with air. Air is my favorite. What about you guys? I mean, the elements: earth, air, water, fire. Which one would you want to do cool shit with?
Fire will be fun for like party tricks. You could do birthday parties, weddings.
You would set
Get the
everybody on
babes.
fire.
I'd probably do. I'll do air.
I see you as an earthbender.
Cool. All
So
right.
you got some grittiness to you. There's a grittiness to the earthbenders.
Oh yeah.
Like defenders,
Defense wins championships.
Like Tony Allen would be an earthbender.
Then yeah, I'm an earthbender. Yep.
Fucking brick walls. This question here from Lucky Chris again at Chris Mayoral.
Whoa.
With HBO Max out, will you guys review any Studio Ghibli films?
Once we get the accounts figured out.
Yeah, once we get the accounts figured out. I've always wanted to do something with Marissa, like just ranking them. So that would be cool. This question here from Sean Peters. We have another one from Sean
Whoa.
Peters at Pete
Why-
Antone.
Double dose.
They're asking good questions. I mean, they've got good questions. Rank your top 5 Christopher Nolan movies.
I just watched Inception the other night again. Pretty good movie. You ever hear of it?
Inception? No.
No, it's pretty good.
That's
Every
Christopher
time-
Nolan?
Yeah. No, every time I watch that movie, it's like I have to save like an hour or two for post, just to look up things. Because I used to think I have theories, but I'll just double check. And I never really know. But top 5, that's a tough one. I'm only gonna put one of the Batmans in there because I feel like I would probably put 2 of them. It's just
Put
taking
2.
up too much space.
Whatever you
at
like,
this time.
Papa.
God.
I'll go The Dark Knight, Inception, Memento, Dunkirk, and Batman Begins. I was going to put Interstellar, but I didn't want to.
I would say yes. I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
I
awesome.
think Tenet's going to be his best one.
I hope so, man. It seems like very Inception-esque in the way it's going to be, I guess, presented and just have this aura around it where it's that movie that everyone has a different interpretation or response to it. And there's going to be dozens of YouTube explained videos, and no one's ever going to know what actually happened at the end.
Right. I wonder if it is being overhyped, but I hope it is that type of movie. I hope it is I hope it's his masterpiece. And I think he's got The Dark Knight, I think would be a masterpiece. And also Dunkirk, to me. I mean, I think he's got a couple.
People forget about Dunkirk, and I don't know. I thought it was fantastic. I guess people don't like the narrative structure, but I thought that was the most unique kind of look into war from a movie I've seen in a while.
I've said it's my favorite war movie.
1917 kind of had that too, where it is very reliant on the events, not necessarily the dialogue and I guess the scene by scene. It's more of the whole scope. And I don't know, I think both those movies did a great job of creating just a war atmosphere where anything can happen, and you're not always don't have time to sit around and talk and
Yeah, I love that.
make jokes and.
Well, I always say, how many times are we to defeat the Nazis? We love World War II movies of us battling Nazis. So yeah, it's a little different, and I appreciated that. We have a really good question here from Chris Ehrman at Ehrman
I'll be the
_
judge
J.
of this.
Who is one comedic actor you would like to see take on a dramatic role in an A24 film? For me, I would choose Jonah Hill.
That's awesome. That's an awesome pick.
We've seen Jonah go into the more dramatic acting
Yes.
before, and he's done it 2 Oscar nominations.
And he directed mid-90s for A24.
So that would be a good pick. He could definitely do it. I'm trying to think of someone outside the box.
Who are some of the biggest? Oh, Kevin Hart, maybe? I think Kevin Hart's got it in him. I mean, if you can rock a stage as a stand-up comedian, you can act in a dramatic role. And he's already, he wasn't dramatic, but what was it, The Night Before? I forget the name of it. That it was like a remake comedy. It was like a rom-com, like a rom-dramedy. So I mean, he was good in that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone like that who hasn't been or has very little experience in a serious role who would do a good job.
I'd love to see the Safdie brothers direct a Drake and Josh movie,
What?
like a modern day Drake and Josh R-rated Safdie.
That would be
Why do you keep talking about that as like that's something that
insane.
I want to see an R-rated Drake and Josh, and now I've got a director, the Safdies.
you're bringing back Josh Peck and Drake Bell?
Yes, I'm bringing them back.
That would be.
Miranda Cosgrove?
Where it's you base it on real life. Josh Peck became like this good-looking viral internet star, and Drake Bell is a crazy man, you know. And they have to reunite, you know. They have to do something.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know.
in.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's
I'm
just such
in.
a weird idea.
I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows of all time, dude. I watch them getting stuck in the treehouse maybe 2 times a week when they're screaming for snow cones. They
Giving
didn't
me
carve-
headaches. Headaches.
They didn't carve the door.
That is funny.
The tree.
Very funny.
Come on, it's an.
What about
underrated show.
Jason Sudeikis? I mean, he's done 1 or 2 serious roles.
I think that would be a very good one.
He's a good actor
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Sudeikis is good. He did one with Alison Brie, I think it was. He did like a love. It was kind of like a rom-com a little bit, but it was more on the serious side.
Well, we always say it that comedic actors, they can go dramatic. You know,
Yeah.
to be a great comedic performer, you have to be a good actor.
I think Bill Hader. I mean, you probably seen him more in Barry, but just
yeah.
and even in his It Chapter 2, I think he has very good acting chops. A lot of the SNL people can act pretty well, even though SNL might not be that great anymore, or it definitely took a dive. I think that kind of environment and all the different types of roles and skits they have to play, good training to be actually a really good actor.
I mean, Bill Hader might be the best actor to come out of SNL. He is incredible in Barry. He goes to places where it's like, whoa, he's like this generation. He could be this generation's Jim Carrey, I think. And, well, even go past what Jim Carrey did, because he is kind of a comedic legend with his work on SNL. But he can maybe take on some more dramatic roles and kind of branch out like we saw with Jim Carrey with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Then he kind of got away from that. But, I mean, people say they'd like to see him come back for the Riddler.
Well, Pete Davidson, he's new movie just came out. I think tomorrow. The
Yeah.
last camp.
Staten Island.
But that's very much a comedy, right? It's a Judd Apatow.
Yeah,
It's
but
like in the same, like, knocked up kind of,
think
where it
a
is
more-
serious, but
yeah, there's some serious elements to it, but it is, I guess, a comedy. That's what I got from the trailers. I don't know. The movie could be completely different. But
well, I mean, growing up with a dad who was a New York City fireman, it's cool to see Buscemi there because my dad loved the fact that Buscemi came out of retirement during 9/11.
yeah,
You know, they love telling that story. So, and Bill Burr as a fireman is kind of hilarious.
yeah. But people say the movie's it's a great movie, and Pete Davidson's really good in it too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, they said that's Jed's best movie.
Jet or Judd?
Judd, excuse me.
Okay.
What did I say, Jed?
Said the Jed Bush meme. In my
Imagine Jeb came back. He's like, you know, gonna direct movies about kids growing up in Staten Island.
The Five Bloods comes out tomorrow too, actually, or today
Oh,
if
wow,
you're listening
yeah.
to it. So should be a good weekend of movies.
KG, don't lean on the glass, KG. I can't stop saying, is this it? Is this it? This is it. Buzz him in right now. Buzz him in. KG, don't you dare go anywhere.
Dude, that movie's
Funny.
amazing.
I was on the mic when we were doing. Was it on here or on PlayStation? When we were doing the Adam Sandler characters from previous movies as his character in Uncut Gems.
No, that had to have been on PlayStation. That definitely wasn't here.
This is how I win.
Yeah, that's PlayStation.
That's PlayStation kind of.
That's Billy Madison. Yeah. Oh, that stupid fucking voice.
Oh, but yeah, every time I pass on Netflix, I watch the preview of Uncut Gems every time.
I watched that same fucking preview. Yeah.
I can't. I cannot
dare
not
leave-
watch it.
Did you watch it again?
Don't you dare
since it
leave
was
that,
on
KG.
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah,
me too.
I have. Oh yeah. I've watched it. I got it on Blu-ray. I watched the Blu-ray and then I threw it on Netflix a couple nights ago.
I can't do it again. I got to give it a little bit. My heart will explode.
Well, the script. I mean, he's so good.
I did a good time
He
on
really
Uncut
is
Gems
good.
back to back.
Ooh, how? How
What?
did you not die?
I drank a Bang Energy too.
Yeah.
C4.
Not back to back nights, so I had some space.
Okay.
But still,
How didn't you go into cardiac arrest though? That's
it was like one of those prolonged heart attacks.
You were like, I watched
like in
Mother
Westworld when
in
they
between.
move Caleb's heart monitor.
Yeah,
They play it out.
that's how. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great question from Nelly at N Ellie.
Nelly.
How do you convince people who don't like animated kid shows to watch Avatar? How could I convince you, Nash? Is it because it's an animated kid show?
I think the mustard
No.
I think that got him.
You're like, wait a minute, why'd you ask this? We already solved this.
Yeah.
All right, should we move on? You're
Yeah,
watching
I
it, right?
I
Like
guess
a
I'll
like a
give it go.
spicy mustard.
I
Nash.
I never
Spicy mustard.
got into it. I never could. It always reminded me of like an anime.
Well, I would just say like give him like just watch one episode, try to convince him there, and hopefully they just get hooked. Because a lot of times when I watch something that I'm hesitant of, it's just like, all right, I'll just start it, and then
But that's
I'll just see where
backfired
it
on me
goes.
too because I watched You and I'm like, wow, this show's fantastic. The first couple episodes and then it just stunk. I hate You. I'm sorry. I just never.
Wait, for what?
You on
Oh,
Netflix?
yeah, well, I mean, come on, yeah.
But people love that show.
Well, there was, I think Campia the other day tweeted, he was like, just watch the first couple episodes of Avatar. It's very kiddie, but it's setting up some good lore. But it starts out as very much like a classic Nickelodeon kid show. But then it turns into something else, where they really start to develop the characters. The characters are complex. There's a lot of depth to the characters, and the world building is incredible. It's I was on PS4 with Cam last night, and he's like, "Yo, is Avatar better than Game of Thrones?" I was like, "It might be." It's fantasy epics go, man. I put it up there. It's a great fantasy epic.
I started watching Castlevania. That's a good show too. It's not an animated kid show, but it's kind of a show that I didn't know if I would like or not. But I started it, and I'm already 2 seasons in. Really good so far.
Well, what's good with that is that it's short.
Yeah,
And
first season's 4 episodes.
yeah, like I'm watching Dr. Stone right now. It's just a 24-episode anime. So I'm about to finish it. It's like I just watched an anime. I just watched a show. Load that in.
You know what you tagged me in? Remember, it was like motherfuckers say they can't watch Avatar. We'll watch straight 25 episodes of this, and it's Big Mouth. It's a kid from Big Mouth. I'm like, well, he's got a point there.
You're like,
I
I'm not gonna
love Big
deny
Mouth,
it.
though. See, I mean, that's like one of my favorite shows of all time.
Well, see, Avatar, like, even if Avatar was live action, I wouldn't really recommend it to you. Because that's not like your style.
No.
You know?
No.
Either way.
And that always was the thing, too, because it reminded me of an anime. And as a kid, I always just found anime to be the weirdest thing ever.
Right. And I know people like that. They're like, I can't get into anime.
Yeah.
You know?
I just can't.
But for you, I would recommend it, Avatar. For you and Teddy, without a doubt.
Well, I've watched it when I was younger. I don't remember. I mean, I remember it vaguely. I remember liking it a lot, but the ins and outs, I'm not too.
There's an episode in season 2 that left me in tears, dude. I was like, am I crying over a Nickelodeon animated show? It's incredible.
You're right.
I've been doing Seinfeld.
You okay? Besides?
I've been rewatching Seinfeld too, episode by episode. It's so great.
that to me, it's a perfect show.
Speaking about crying, I've been watching I Know This Much Is True on HBO, Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, I can't
Based
see.
off a
I
novel.
wouldn't be able to watch that.
Dude, it is hard stuff to watch. It is really depressing. It's very moving. It's like sometimes you want to cry.
Like the stuff in season 3 of Ozark with Ben made me want to become a mental health activist
Right?
for change in this country of how we deal with people with mental illness. You know, the changing the facilities, the reform that we need. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to watch the Ruffalo show for that reason.
Yeah,
Because it seems like that, but every episode, right?
it just gets worse
Yeah.
and worse and worse, and it's just like, when is it going to end? It's like, and even the past, even people that had nothing to do with him are just absolutely miserable. It's insane. It's
Well, it's
very moving stuff.
right, and it's good that they're shedding a light on an issue like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's definitely a conversation that we need to have about mental health in this country. You know, the stigmas and also the treatments.
Or
surrounding
this
it.
much I know is true, or I know this much is true. I don't know, one of them. I always mix it up, but yeah, wow. It's Mark Ruffalo's incredible.
He's great.
He's
Yeah.
incredible in this.
He's a very good actor.
They play. He plays twin. I'm sorry to go off about this. Just quick. Mark Ruffalo. Obviously, they play twins, but he looks like a different person. Like the twin looks fat, so it looks like he almost like recorded one side and then 2 months later just ate his face off,
Right.
Or maybe just gained like 20 pounds. It's sad, man. It really is sad. Thinking about it makes me emotional.
Are you all right?
I think we
See
need
how
a
I
nice.
flipped that on you? I was crying. Now you're crying. Aaron?
This kid has no emotions.
I haven't cried since I was hit by a bus.
No, I was on
Ron
Twitter.
Swanson.
I knew Nash was gonna go on a little.
Oh,
rant
because
there,
I've
so
already, I already
zoned
went.
out.
I think I've tried to talk to him about it. He's just like,
Aaron's
Looks
tweeting.
down.
Don't you hate when your friend just won't shut up? We'll take one more question here from Michael Ventura at Michael7 Ventura.
Mike.
Mickey Mouse is the face of Disney, and I think Bugs Bunny is the face of Cartoon Network. Interesting.
Ooh, interesting take.
more of the face of Warner Brothers, I would say.
Looney Tunes, right?
Who would you say are the faces of Nickelodeon and Adult Swim? Oh, okay. So I get what he's going for here.
Adult Swim is the Toonami guy. What's his name?
Oh, are you talking about the guy with the soda can? The soda.
No, you're thinking of the milkshake.
Yeah, the milkshake.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm thinking
of. What show was that again? Just Google Adult Swim milkshake show and it will pop up.
Remember
Yeah.
Toonami? That's
Yeah,
what it-
yeah, of course I remember.
Remember
the
the
guy that would
space
like
guy?
come in and like announce that it was
Toonami.
Toonami?
Yeah.
He's not the face of Adult Swim.
Toonami was during Adult Swim.
I think it's the I forget the guy's name. I think it's the milkshake or the soda.
You guys are bugging.
Or maybe Robot Chicken. I mean, there's no really face to that,
Right,
but
there's no
that
face of
show.
Robot Chicken.
Well, that's like
When I think of
that's like
Adult Swim,
that's
the
an
first
Adult Swim original.
Robot Chicken? No, the fries and the soda. Can somebody look up the name
Well,
of it?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
There it is. They're the face of Adult Swim. Nickelodeon, however, is hands down SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
No argument.
It's the face of Nickelodeon.
Who had it before SpongeBob? This will be in
Tommy Pickles.
Tommy Pickles. Yeah, me and you were right
we're
on
in
track.
sync on this.
Yeah.
Aaron didn't watch Nick as a
Yep.
kid.
Yes, I did. Remember Face? Nick Jr.?
So could we go back?
You
Wait,
have all the worst childhood references.
You never watch Nick Jr. with Face when your screen would be a color and the mouth would come up like, hi, Face here.
Oh yeah, I remember Face. Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck
how about
outta
Nick
here.
Jr.?
Do you even listen to us?
No, that's what we're talking about. Face from Nick Jr.
No, you're saying that's the. I'm talking about show, not the actual. It's got to be Blue's Clues, right?
Tom. Toonami Tom.
We have gone in so many different directions here. It's so funny.
I want to go back to the Cartoon Network one. Can we fix that a little bit?
Yeah, face of Cartoon Network. I think it's interesting. I think Bugs Bunny is. I don't know what he's the face of.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, of Looney Tunes in
Yeah.
a way, Warner Brothers, but he's like the face of that old Hanna and Barbera era. You know, of all the classic cartoons,
Right.
like Tom and Jerry, Yogi Berra. Bugs is the guy who's going to be chased around with knives now.
What was it? Kaboom. What was the name of that station? It used to be on the 300s back when we were younger.
That was like a Nickelodeon offshoot. Right?
Yeah,
Something
like
that.
it was like Tom and Jerry and
Yeah, right.
yeah.
But the face of Cartoon Network,
This one's tough.
I haven't seen Adventure Time, so maybe one of them. That seems to be the biggest Cartoon Network show.
Okay.
What was on Cartoon Network? I'm trying to think.
They had Courage. They had Dexter. they
I was
had,
thinking of Dexter.
Ed, and Eddie, right?
They had Recess, right? They had Recess on Cartoon Network.
Yes, and then it
That was
moved to Disney, I think.
What was the Teen Neighbors, whatever that was?
That's
Codename
Scooby-Doo.
Kids
Treehouse?
Next Door.
Yeah, with the Treehouse,
Yeah.
whatever. That was it. Oh, Powder Puff Girls.
The Mojo Jojo memes are fucking hilarious.
Is Mojo Jojo the face of Cartoon Network? Can we declare that?
Yeah.
You ever see the
It's stamped.
The
I am-
pictures of
I'm
him,
putting
like
a
his
flag on
brain
that
coming out?
No.
There's like Powerpuff Girls beat the shit out of this guy.
They
Used
did
to
work that,
fucking
man.
Beat his ass.
I used to love those memes. It's like, damn, Powerpuff Girls used to give Mojo Jojo the work every episode.
Well, the meme I sent you with the guy and his head's backwards, and it's like Batman be
Now
like,
talk.
now talk. So,
Oh, I saw that.
someone responded, it's like Mojo Jojo. I did it Powerpuff Girls.
All right, guys. Well, that's the Nerd Soup podcast for today. Nash, I'm glad that you're finally back and hope this is the new norm moving forward.
Are we going to get the ball rolling with me here? Or, was that a sign to say, hey, get the fuck off the podcast?
Yeah, you'll probably be out for another 6 weeks,
That's
but that's okay.
That's
you
all
know?
right. Warm up.
It's a tradition, you know?
Yeah.
Nash is coming back.
Load
Yeah.
management. Yeah. That's it.
And of course, Aaron. Aaron, you have any last thoughts here?
No, I'm all good.
Oh, I'm back.
Just talked for an hour.
Yeah, that is true. We got. Well, see ya. See you guys. Oh, guess the video's over. Ended pretty abruptly. Hey guys, Bo Oliver here for one final send-off, and before we go, we would like to thank our very special Patreon members, pledgers, whatever you guys want to call yourselves. You keep the lights on here at the studio, so it's really our pleasure to review all these movies, TV shows, video games that we all know and love. And we actually have a couple of shows that have been suggested by Patreon members that we will be reviewing in the next couple of weeks. And if you're a fan of anime, get excited because we have Neon Genesis, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, not technically an anime, but also Castlevania. And of course, if you want to visit our Patreon page and pledge, see the different rewards that we have, maybe you can suggest a show, a movie, a video game. Or maybe you don't want to do any of that. Honestly, watching up until this point of the video is good enough for me. So, thank you out there, and stay safe.